Welcome to Our India News Hour. 3 in 4 Indian professionals will actively look for a new job in 2021. Contrary to the last year when the pandemic gripped the world by surprise and wreaked havoc across societies and economies, the beginning of this year commenced on an optimistic note with the hope of standing at the horizon of a new beginning. The IMF projected for an impressive growth rate of 11.5% for India in 2021, making the country the only major economy to register a double-digit growth this year amidst the global pandemic. The COVID-19 cases in India seem to be receding, with active cases beginning to steadily drop at a time when the country has begun the world's largest vaccination drive. Labelled as the pharmacy of the world, India also began Vaccine Maitri, an initiative to support neighbouring countries with vaccination doses to help combat the virus. The Union Budget 2021-22, presented on the 1st of February, laid out a plan with an overarching focus on economic recovery. It has focused on resilience, recovery and growth, resting on 6 key pillars that outline the sense of overall development. With a dire need to resurrect the ailing economy, boost growth and churn new investments, the budget carved out a clear path by pursuing comprehensive reform measures aiming for social inclusion, extending FDI limits and not imposing additional taxes on domestic taxpayers and consumers at large. However, a research from LinkedIn says findings of a new job seeker research to discuss how job seekers in India are overcoming challenges of finding a job today and how they are leaning on their communities to find new career opportunities in 2021. The findings show that more than 3 in 4 professionals will consider changing jobs or actively look for a new role in the next 12 months. But the research also reveals a sense of professional uncertainty and worry among Indian professionals as the job market continues to get more competitive in 2021. Let's look into today's headlines in Our India. Ahead of elections in West Bengal, Prime Minister Modi to launch projects worth 4,700 crores. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to announce 4 projects worth 4,700 crores in oil, gas and infrastructure sectors at Haldia during his visit to West Bengal on February 7th. Prime Minister Modi will also inaugurate a LPG import terminal at Haldia to meet the growing demand for cooking fuel in the region. The development comes at a time when the assembly elections in Bengal are round the corner. The objective of setting up the pipeline is to supply natural gas to the Sindri fertilizer plant and Matrix fertilizer plant at Durgapur. It will also be used for providing natural gas to the city gas distribution projects in key towns of the state. Airtel to shift from copper to fibre broadband, says Gopal Vittal. Bharti Airtel on Wednesday reported a profit of Rs 854 crores for the October-December period, snapping a streak of 6 quarters of losses. Gopal Vittal said that it will shut down its copper infrastructure in a year's time and will just offer fibre to the home in the country. It is also aiming to offer broadband through the LCO partnership model in over 1,000 cities, up from 120 cities currently. The broadband category is clearly seeing very strong adoption, and I believe the next few years will be the time for scaling this business as the need for high-speed broadband explodes. We continue to focus on our core strategy of expansion and experience in this business, he said. PayPal to shut the India payments operation this year. PayPal entered India in 2007 and grew to become a dominant player in cross-border payments. But as domestic payments firms scaled their operations and fintechs began to enter the domestic payments market from 2017 onwards, in the wake of demonetization, its presence in the minds of consumers has diminished. It will shut down its domestic payment operations in India this year. Instead, it will scale up its existing cross-border trade business for small enterprises to gain a significant share of the inward remittances market. Alphabet owns the half global online advertising. Alphabet now accounts for just under one half, that is 48.1% of global online advertising spend, according to a WARC data analysis of the company's latest reports. The parent company of Google and YouTube saw advertising revenue across its platforms increase by $12.1 billion, that is plus 9% in 2020, capturing a larger share of a wider ad market that struggled. In comparison, global online advertising investment remained largely flat by historic standards, and offline spend fell by an estimated 19.7% last year. Instagram removes several accounts with the username hacking. Facebook Inc. on Thursday took down hundreds of Instagram accounts that were hacked and sold for their high-value usernames, including the accounts of people behind this activity. A Facebook spokeswoman said the people engaged in this rule-breaking practice were well-known figures in a community known as the OG users, who trade desirable usernames for popular websites from Twitter Inc. to Netflix for money and clout. It was the first time Facebook had shared its enforcement actions about this activity, though it said it had been removing accounts for this practice on an ongoing basis. Spain's Cellnex to acquire France's Hivory for 5.2 billion euros. Spanish mobile phone mast operator Cellnex said on Wednesday it would acquire French telecom's tower company Hivory with an initial investment of 5.2 billion euros, that is $6.25 billion, after reaching an agreement with Altice and Starlight Holdco. Cellnex plans to finance the operation with an up to 7 billion euros capital hike, which will be proposed during its shareholding meeting at the end of March, the company said in a statement to the Spanish stock regulator. Hero MotoCorp to set up dedicated vertical to sell Harley motorcycles. Hero MotoCorp said that it has set up a separate vertical to drive its new vertical Harley-Davidson vehicles and merchandise distribution in the country. It has appointed Ravi Avalur as the business unit head of the new vertical. He will report to Hero MotoCorp chairman and CEO Pawan Munjal. Hero has also onboarded 11 existing Harley-Davidson dealers across various cities and commenced wholesale dispatches of Harley products to dealers from January 18. Gautam Kaushik appointed as the group president in BharatPe. Gautam Kaushik is a veteran in leading successful multi-million-dollar businesses in payments and financial services. He will work with Ashneer Grover, co-founder and CEO of BharatPe, and lead payments and banking partnerships. Prior to joining BharatPe, Kaushik was the CEO and MD of Payback India, where he led the largest customer loyalty program in the country. He has also held multiple roles during his 10 years stint at American Express. Kaushik has been the Chief Financial Officer of American Express India business. McKinsey to pay the penalty of $600 million to settle with US states. The leading consulting firm McKinsey & Company said it has agreed to pay nearly $600 million to resolve investigations by most US states into its role in turbocharging sales of opioids, fueling a nationwide epidemic. McKinsey struck a $573 million settlement with 47 states, the District of Columbia, and 5 territories, which will go towards opioid treatment and prevention. The states alleged that McKinsey contributed to the opioid crisis by helping drug manufacturers, including OxyContin maker Purdue Pharma, owned by Sackler family members, design marketing plans and boost sales of painkillers. Vikram Singh Bedi, the man who set up AWS in India, has now joined Google Cloud. Vikram Singh Bedi has set up Amazon Web Services in India and led the vertical for 6 long years. In a recent development, Google Cloud has appointed Vikram Singh Bedi as its new India Managing Director. Bedi's appointment comes as Google Cloud had recently elevated its India head, Karan Bajwa, as the Vice President of Google Cloud in Asia Pacific. Right before joining Google Cloud, Bedi was the President Strategy and New Initiatives of Indian grocery startup Grofers. To conclude, Despite this uncertainty, India remains resilient towards career growth as 2 in 3, that is 64% professionals, say they are confident about their future progression, while 2 in 5 think attending networking events, that is 38%, and investing in online learning, that is 37%, will be critical to landing a job in 2021. Job seekers continue to navigate the uncertainties of the job market today. This year's Jobs on the Rise India list is a reflection of how the work ecosystem and the jobs market rapidly changed in 2020. Digital transformation has continued to drive all industries, and both tech and non-tech roles have shifted to meet the needs of a new collaborative remote work culture. The audience builders and the content creators are the key to brands. HR continues to be at the heart of all operations. Users and customer experience are critical in the new online world of service, and emerging tech, especially EdTech, continues to boom. There is an important segment which will always have a demand, that is cybersecurity, which will be critical to a digital-first future. Cybersecurity and data science roles will continue to rise as data safety becomes a key priority for consumers and organizations alike. Specialized engineering roles, artificial intelligence roles, cybersecurity roles, and data science roles will continue to attract recruiters' interest as well as head deeper into a digital-first future. With this, let's wind up for the day. Do like, share, comment, and subscribe to Var India News Magazine. You can download the Var India app from Google Play Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.